Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to explain and practically demonstrate using this keyword in Java. So let's get started. So main reason why we have to use this keyword in Java is differentiate, to differentiate the class variables from the parameters. Okay. The main reason why we have to use this keyword in Java is to differentiate the class variables from the parameters when both have the same names. When both have the same names. Okay. When the class variables and parameters have the same names, and if you want to differentiate these class variables from the parameters, we can use this keyword. So let me explain this practically so that you'll understand this line in a better way. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse ID. So as this session is a continuation of the previous session, okay, in the previous session, you already know this code, right? From the previous session, you already know this code. So here we are calling the method. Okay, I created this method in the previous session, and I'm simply calling this particular method for every object using its object reference. I'm calling this particular method of this class for initializing this class variables for this particular object. And for second object also, using the object reference, I'm calling this method to initialize this class variables for the second object with its own data. Now for the third object also, I am initializing this class variables for this third object using its object reference by calling this method where we are assigning different sets of data. Now, if you come back here, okay, if you come or focus to this point of this particular method, which I created in the previous session, here we have some parameters. Here we have some parameters, right? And here we have the class names. So the class names are class variable names. Okay, these are class related variables. Okay, the class related variables have the proper names like full company is there, full model is there, color is there, price is there, mileage is there, and so on, right? And coming to the method parameters, instead of company, we have written com, which is short form. Okay, instead of model, we have written mo. Instead of color, we have written co. Instead of price, we have written pri. Instead of mileage, we have written mil. So, are these parameters readable? No, right? Why did I write like this? For example, if I provide, instead of this short form, if I provide company here, and this is a parameter, right? Now, I would like to assign this parameter. As explained in the previous session, I would like to assign this particular parameter, okay? This Kia will be passed to the company while calling this method. This argument will be passed to this first parameter of this method, and this parameter should be assigned to the class variable. Now, company is equal to company. Here, left side company is also parameter, right side of parameter also the right side company is also the parameter. Both are parameter is equal to parameter. So using this line, are we really assigning this particular value received by this company parameter to the class variable? No, because here both class related variable and parameter name have the same name. Company both have the same name. So that's the reason in the last session I got an idea of why should we give the same names. Okay, why should we give the same name for the class variables? Let's keep the actual names, but for parameters I thought of giving the shorter names. Like instead of company I was giving com, but there is a problem in this approach. Okay, if I give com here it will work, but there is a problem in this approach is that these parameters, okay, without looking at this class variables, if you only look at these parameters of this method, you can clearly understand that. Okay, com, can you understand what is com? Okay, without the knowledge of this class variables, if I only focus on these parameters and try to understand what is this com stands for, com can be a company, com can be a commodity, com can be a common thing. You can think of anything, right? Mo stands for model, or mo stands for money. Okay, mo stands for monk, and many other stuff. Co stands for color. Okay, co stands for a lot of other things, school, many things, price, pri. You see, this parameter names are not readable, guys. Okay, so it's even though by changing the parameter names in shorter forms to differentiate these parameter names from the class variable names, okay, here company is equal to company, it's working. Now you see, when I select company, it's selecting the class variable. When I say com, it's selecting the parameter. Now I'm assigning the parameter to the class variable to initialize these class variables for this each and every object here. But what I want is, I want it to be company only. I don't want the short forms. I want the parameters also should be readable. Okay. Here model should be model only. Color should be color only. Price should be price only. Mileage should be mileage only. Okay. Now if I give company is equal to company, again the problem will repeat. if I say company is equal to company, again the problem will repeat, right? Here again it will repeat, guys. Company, company. Again the problem will repeat. Sorry, here model, right? Model is equal to model. Color is equal to color. Okay, now class variables and this parameter names have the same name, because of which the parameter is getting assigned to the parameter only. Okay, it's not really initializing the class variables for each and every object here. So how to overcome this problem? This is where this keyword, okay, this keyword will come into picture without compromising the parameter names. Okay, without compromising the readability of the parameter names, and in this situation the class variable names and parameter names are having the same name. But if I want to differentiate in such kind of situation when parameter names and class variable names have the same name and we are not compromising the readability of these parameters, if I want to differentiate these class variable names from the parameter names, before the class variable names you have to add this keyword, this dot company. Okay, what is that, guys? This dot company, that means class variable company, not the parameter company. If I double click, you see class variable, even though they have the same names, but double click, you see class variable name is getting selected when I select this. Normal company instead of this dot company, if I double click on this and select this normal company, you see parameter is getting selected. And if I write this dot model, class variable name, model will be highlighted. Normal model, parameter, model will be highlighted. This dot color, class variable name got highlighted. Normal color, parameter name. This dot price, class variable name. Normal price, parameter name. This dot mileage, class variable name again. Normal mileage, parameter. Okay, like this, we can use this keyword to differentiate the class variable names from the method parameter names. Okay, to avoid the readability problem. Okay, when the method parameters becomes non-readable, it will be very difficult for us to understand and to solve differentiation problem when both the parameter names and class variable names have the same name. To differentiate the class variable names from the method parameter names, we have to use this keyword. This means this particular variable belongs to the class. This means, okay, this means this particular variable belongs to the class, in simple words. Okay, fine. Now let's run this code and see if it is working fine or not. Right click run as a Java application and see. Yes, it is working fine, right? As you can clearly see, it is properly working fine. We got the proper output despite of using this keyword and despite of having the class variable names and method parameters names having the same name. You see, this class variables are getting initialized properly with the help of this method. Okay, so without compromising the readability, this feat is achieved already. So we are getting the same output, correct output we are getting. Kia Karen's details got printed here. Honda Amaze car details got printed here. Maruti Swift car details got printed here. So this is all about this session, guys. In this session, I covered how to use this keyword in Java to differentiate the class variables from the parameters when both have the same names. Okay, when the class variable names and method parameter names or some other parameter names have the same names, to differentiate the class variables, we have to add this keyword before the to differentiate the class variables from the parameters when both have the same names. We have to add the here. Okay, what we have to do? We have to add the what is the solution? We have to add this keyword. Okay, before the class variable names. Okay, that's it. Now guys, in the next session I'm going to cover the next topic, that is here for initializing this class variables. Okay, for initializing this class variables for every object. Here for first object, to initialize this class variables for the first object, I'm calling this method, right? Earlier we used to write 5 lines for every class variable. We used to write a line here, right, to initialize this class variables for the object. But after I created this method, right, only one line is enough. For second object also, instead of 5 lines, one line is enough. Third object also, instead of 5 lines, one line is enough. If you have 100 objects, instead of 500 lines, instead of 500 lines, just 100 lines are enough, because for every object only one line. Okay, 100 objects, only 100 lines, because of this method. But my requirement is I don't even want to write this single line. Okay, to initialize this class variables for each and every object, I don't want to even write this single line. This single line also I don't want to write. Automatically it should happen. How? The answer is constructors. How to use constructors to simplify this initialization process? Okay, to initialize the class variables for every object, to initialize the okay, to simplify the initialization process for every object, to initialize the class variables of the objects. Okay, how to make it even more simpler, where we can even reduce this even one line also. We'll come to zero lines. We don't have to write any line for initializing the class variables for the objects. That is possible with the help of constructors, which I'm going to cover in the next session. In the next session, I'm going to cover about constructors, which is the simplest way of initializing the class variables for every object in the Java programming, where I don't even have to write this extra line also. This one line also is not required. Without this line also, initialization will happen. So let's see that in the next session. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.